Liz, thank you for being here, and the Zoom is yours.
Thank you so much. I am really inspired today. I'm learning a lot about myself and about the world around me. So thank you, everyone. This has been really, really cool. It's a huge pivot. So thanks for that introduction, David, and setting it up as a challenge. Because yeah, we're going to talk about something completely different now, but I really do still see some connections. So I'm going to share my screen. I don't have slides. I have a live website that I want to walk through with you. But before I do that, I just want to let you know I'm calling in from Portland, Oregon today in the United States. I'm very excited to be here. And our organization is a nonprofit organization. And because we focus on climate solutions through individual actions in order to make a collective impact for systems change and culture change, I'm really curious to know, as we dive into this a little bit more, do any of you think about the outside world, not your physical space internally, although we can connect those dots? Do any of you think about and engage with the outside world and the environment and have something that you're passionate about as it relates to the environment, something that you care about? And if you want to like put it in chat, you can, or if you want to say it out loud, you can. Nice. I see trees and walking paths, going camping, water quality. Food, trees and sunshine, camping, canoeing. Nice. Reduce, reuse, repair, and recycle. Trees and wildlife that you can see from your office window. Nice. And you saw a blue heron yesterday. That's amazing. Invasive species. Very cool. Well, in our work at EcoChallenge.org, we want to help connect those interests, those passions, those things that we care about to our daily actions. And then we want to connect those daily actions to a larger systemic impact. Because we know, and the work that we've been doing, we've been around, it'll be 30 years in April. And the work that we've been doing, we know that when people care about the planet and they align their everyday choices and everyday actions with the things that they care about in the planet, then we see healthier people and we see a healthier planet. So we have an online platform, as was said in my introduction, we have an online platform that we use to engage people. So this is a virtual space. We're not bringing people together in a physical space, but we're bringing people together in a virtual space. And I think one of my first questions that came up to me after hearing the last two presenters was, can we use the desired actions that we're asking people to take on our platform to help create physical environments now? And I don't know, I'm not in that space, but I'm wondering, like, wow, if blue herons and birds matter to us, how can we design work environments? How can we design physical places that we spend our time indoors, connecting to those things that matter to us outdoors as well? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If I bring up the right screen first. 1 second, sorry for the delay. And I'm going to show you a demo of our site, of our Drawdown EcoChallenge site. What we desire to do here is we want people to form teams globally and take action for the planet. And so what we've done, and my computer has been giving me a hard time this morning, what we've done is we've partnered with an organization called Drawdown.org, and they have put together some of the leading solutions in the world that we can take collectively to draw down climate from the atmosphere. So this is our platform. We ask people to form teams. They can be teams with your business, your family, your friends, your school, and to select actions that matter to you. So the cool thing about it is all of us participating today could be on one team, but each of us might be taking different actions that matter to us, or different actions that are accessible to us. But yet the idea is, as a team together, no matter what we're doing, we are impacting change. We are creating collective impact that's going to make a difference and learning something new along the way. So under food, agriculture, and land use, or here, let's actually do Buildings. So buildings. These are the actions that we ask people to take. We have one-time actions and we have daily actions. Our one-time actions are actions that we want people to learn about, to then, if you're in a position to make change, you can make change around that, but not everyone is. So insulation, find out how we can make home energy efficient or business energy efficiency through better insulation and weatherization. Upgrading your windows, installing heat pumps, fixing leaky faucets, replacing thermostats, making donations to people who need cook stoves or who need some of these basic things. We're trying to show here that as individuals, we are part of a collective community around the world. And now my cat has decided to join us. Excuse me. Yes, we work from home permanently now since the pandemic. We are a small nonprofit, and hopefully one day we will get back in a really cool, inspiring building. But right now we're all virtual. So this is really helpful to be a part of this conversation today. Learn about green gentrification, tour a green roof, even thinking about, we work with businesses and schools around the world. And I can't tell you how many times people have said to us, I feel so proud to be a part of X company because of the things that we are trying to do for the environment, or because of this really cool new LEED building. Not every certification matters or anything, but people feel really proud about those certifications. And if they're a part of the LEED building, like this is a part of what I'm doing and who I'm working with, and that matters. And so that feels really good. So we want people to take time to learn about how our daily actions and our environments can connect to the larger world. When we ask people to do this, we have certain times, and I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place here. We have certain times where we ask people to take on these challenges. Our next one is happening in April. It's completely free, open to anyone. We ask people during that time to go to their dashboard and to check in. And here's where the meat of it all rests for us. I shouldn't say meat right now, but here's where it all lies for us. This is our dashboard. So when I'm coming in to say, did I do any of my actions today? Did I cook a zero waste meal? And why does a zero waste meal matter? I've got learn more resources here that can tell me, why does this matter? How is this important? Did I spread the word about energy alternatives? Why does that matter? How is this important? How can I be successful in taking this action? Or did I support local food systems? Again, maybe I don't know why that matters, but here's some resources that might tell me how that matters and what I can do. So if I've done what I've said that I wanted to do today, so far I can say, yes, I have done that. I'll say, how many vegan or meatless meals have you eaten today? I'm going to say 3 because I will be eating 3 today. And I'll say, yay, congratulations, Liz. And then it goes over here to my individual impact, and it says I've contributed 13 meatless or vegan meals to the collective impact. I can answer a reflection question. Why do people in richer countries eat more meat than people in other places? How does eating more meat affect our bodies and our planet and other people? So again, I know this isn't about our physical environments and collaboratively working together, but here's a virtual space that we are bringing thousands and thousands of people together on every year. How do we help create this space to bring people together, to help individuals stay motivated, but then to help them go out into their communities, their own personal lives, their businesses, their schools, and create physical environments that they want to see? So that's where I'm really thinking this conversation, these topics today can really connect with one another. So here, again, you can see my individual collective impact from the actions that I've taken. If I go to my team, then I can see my team impact. So there's a lot of people on my team. There's 800 people on my team. So look at all the impact that we've created together. And then I can go over here to our other impacts page, and I can see the global impact. So part of the power of our platform is you can see the individual contribution that you're making towards everything else. So again, I've had 13 meatless or vegan meals, but everyone participating, which is 11,826 people, together we've generated 41,482 meatless or vegan meals. We've saved up 319,000 plus pounds of CO2 from the atmosphere. We've changed out 3,353 light bulbs and reduced 848 pounds of paper from being either used and recycled or used and sent to the landfill. So this is for us, and this stuff matters when we're talking about business settings and being in an office place together, even gallons of water, plastic containers. So this is what we're trying to do, is help people see how your individual impact makes a difference to that larger impact. So I'm curious to know, do you notice a difference in your physical space and how it relates to how you connect with the environment? Do you desire it? Do you feel like you have a good connection based on the physical space that you're in? And you can do it through chat if you want to. Again, I'll open chat so I can read chat that's coming in. Cats are creative too. Thanks, everyone. Yes, teams can be small, work groups can be small, departments, competitions, absolutely. Two of the challenges that I'm thinking about here. Hold on one second. I'm looking at my notes here. So two of the challenges that I see are, how can a virtual space influence and inspire people? So we've been talking a lot about physical spaces and even like that interaction, like looking at people. Even though right now I'm looking into my camera, I'm kind of keeping my eye on everybody else because I like to see everybody else personally, but I think I'm a little old school after today. I'm learning a lot. But how can our virtual space, our platform, be a space that people want to go to, that they feel engaged? We do have a feed. I can show you this as well, where people can post how they're doing, where people can post what they're learning. You can give someone a high five. You can reply to someone. You can make this as personal as you like. You can upload your photo or not. Another challenge I have, question is, how do we make the platform sticky? How do we make it so people want to come back? We don't really have a badge system or much gamification. We do have a leaderboard. You can see who's in the lead. You can also see who's in the lead as it relates to organizations. So lots of different organizations, some global that you might recognize, some really local. So how do we make this more sticky and more for people that want to come back? And how do we market this? Because if so much of our world now is virtual, yet we need to design intentionally for our brick and mortar spaces, our physical spaces where we can be together. But knowing that this is a virtual platform to help people understand how we can collectively take action to make a global difference, how do we market this to make it sticky, to get people even here in the first place? So those are some of the things that are coming up for me. I see someone said, I have a funny window that does not open, and sometimes an outer wooden thing closes or opens. When it opens, I see gardens, and it affects my mood and the lighting in my room. If we don't recognize how the outside world impacts us when we are inside, that would be something that I challenge everyone to just tune into if you can, if you haven't thought about that before. We also have the ability to do some competitions. So you can see, I don't know if this team is competing against anyone. Oh yeah, no. But if you wanted to compete against another team, you could challenge another team and then ask them if they want to compete. And then you can see on your team, like if you have a little trophy on your team page, then that means you're in the lead with your competition. So we're trying to make it fun. We want climate action to be fun, because when you think about climate change, for folks who consider climate change, and that's not a very fun thing to think about. It's not something that feels really like, okay, let's think about climate change like that. There's a lot of weight, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of anxiety that can come up for people, and many other emotions that I haven't said. So that's really personal for a lot of people in a lot of communities. So yes, we want to make it fun, and I don't mean that in a way to belittle the enormity of what it is. What we're trying to do is make it accessible as well. Like, let's put some gamification to this. Let's make it fun and have competitions, but let's also make it accessible and help people understand that we don't have to sacrifice so much of our lives in order to make our future more sustainable for humans and the planet. it can be done much easier than that. So I think I have like 3 minutes left, and I wanted to open it up for questions or feedback or clarifications, because I know I shared a lot of information in a very scattered way in a short period of time. Are there any questions that people have or clarification?
Watching the chat, maybe to kick it off here, there was a bit of a clarification, maybe a little bit more info on why compete. Is competition fun? Is that part of what is making it fun?
Yeah, that's a good question. So right now, the functionality of our platform is you can only compete from team to team. So if one of our largest participants is HP, and HP always has multiple teams within their company. So you can't do like company to company competition, but you can do team to team competition. And what we hear and what we see is that a lot of companies like to break into teams internally and compete against each other. So it's like and schools do the same thing. So there is that level of competition and that, bragging rights, or sometimes people get prizes, teams will get prizes, pizza parties, or, something. So yeah, we do see that competition matters to some people, and it doesn't matter to everyone.
So you could actually register your organization, and then you can put your own layer of awards and how you want to play off the competitive aspect of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Other thoughts or questions or oh, cool. Suggestions, love it. Offer a badge that people can find on their social media. There is not an app. We get asked that every single day. And as a nonprofit, the latest bid that we've received for someone to do an app for us is $130,000, which is phenomenal. And that means we need to go and find $130,000 to make the app and then maintain it. So we are not there yet, but it's something but this site is also built very mobile friendly. So you can access it on your phone. You can save the icon to your home screen or your whatever smart device. You can save that icon and keep yourself logged in, and you can do everything on a smart device. And we hope to launch an app one day.
I am loving, Liz, that you've brought a challenge and it's already inspiring some people to think, right? So as we capture challenges for the experiment, everybody, things that already give you ideas might make great challenges for the experiment team. I just also think I want to give Liv a little reminder. A lot of what Liz was talking about today resonated with what is shown in that film that we all have a private screening to, Beyond Zero. So if you haven't watched that yet, please do. It's very inspiring. The information for that is in the symposium.
Mm-hmm. Thank you all. I know we're at the top of the hour, and I am just really grateful. Elise, thank you so much for allowing us to be here. And I know I didn't get my description up until late last night, so I apologize to all of you who are like, who's Liz and what's she going to talk about? Because it's me, and that's what I just did. So thank you. This is really inspiring, and I hope that a little bit of the environment can stay with you throughout the rest of this symposium.
Thank you so much, Liz.